Deep within the bowels of an imposing concrete monolith, far from the reach of sunlight or compassion, there lived a prisoner unlike any other. His name, whispered in hushed tones by the guards, was Pip. Pip was small, impossibly so. He was, by all measures, the smallest prisoner the world had ever known. Pip's cell was a testament to his diminutive stature. It was a cramped, airless box, barely large enough to contain a grown man's torso. The walls were bare concrete, cold and damp to the touch. A single flickering light bulb cast long, grotesque shadows across the floor. The stench in the cell was overpowering. It was a noxious blend of sweat, urine, and fear. Pip spent his days huddled in the corner, his large, expressive eyes reflecting the misery of his confinement. He barely moved, his tiny body racked with tremors. Pip was a creature of habit. Every morning, a gruff, burly guard would shove a metal tray through a slot in the cell door. The food was always the same, a gray, tasteless gruel that clung to the roof of Pip's mouth like glue. He would eat slowly, savoring each bite as if it were his last. Hunger was a constant companion, a gnawing emptiness that never truly abated. He yearned for the taste of fresh fruit, the crunch of a crisp vegetable. The days bled into weeks, the weeks into months. Pip lost all track of time. His world had shrunk to the confines of his cell, his existence reduced to the barest essentials of survival. He clung to the memory of his former life, a life filled with warmth, light, and the comforting presence of his kind. Pip had been imprisoned for a crime he barely understood. He had dared to question the established order, to speak out against the injustices inflicted upon his people. For this act of defiance he had been branded a traitor, a subversive element to be silenced and forgotten. His captors, however, had underestimated Pip's resolve. He may have been small, but his spirit was unbreakable. He refused to let the darkness consume him. He held on to the belief that one day, somehow, he would be free. One day, a new guard was assigned to Pip's cell block. He was a young man, barely out of his teens, with a kind face and gentle eyes. He treated Pip with a modicum of respect, something Pip had not experienced in what felt like an eternity. The new guard, whose name was Thomas, began to talk to Pip. He told him about the world outside, about the sun, the moon, the stars. He even smuggled in small trinkets, a smooth pebble, a colorful leaf, a feather light as air. One day, Thomas made a shocking confession.